Welcome to Worlds of Inspiration. In today's engaging story, we'll delve into the importance of hard work and persistence as keys to achieving our dreams. Along the way, we'll learn new English vocabulary and explore how to use these words effectively in sentences. This is not just a story, it's a fun and practical way to enhance your English language skills while being entertained. Stay with us until the end and let's make learning a delightful experience. The story of Theo, a lesson in hard work and dreams. In a bustling village, the day began like any other. Villagers were immersed in their daily activities, some trading goods at the market, others heading to their fields, and shopkeepers readying their stores for the day's business. Among this hive of activity, a young man named Theo sat idly under a tree. Theo was a familiar figure in the village, not because of any remarkable talent or achievement, but due to his laziness and poverty. Though he was tall, fit, and seemingly capable, Theo lacked the drive to put in any effort. He spent his days dreaming of wealth and success, hoping fortune would magically find him. One morning, a wealthy merchant decided to show gratitude for the bountiful year by distributing fresh milk to the needy. Hearing this, Theo seized the opportunity and joined the line of villagers. Soon, he held a pot of fresh, creamy milk in his hands. Delighted by his small windfall, Theo hurried home. With everything ready in his modest kitchen, thanks to his hard-working father who had left for the fields earlier, Theo boiled the milk and enjoyed it with bread for breakfast. He carefully set aside the remaining milk by his bed, planning to save it for later. Instead of helping his father or contributing to household chores, Theo chose to lie down and daydream. His gaze fell on the pot of milk, and his imagination ran wild. The chain of dreams. He envisioned the milk turning into cheese by the next morning. "I'll sell the cheese and buy a hen," he thought. The hen would lay eggs, and those eggs would hatch into chicks. He imagined himself raising a large flock of chickens, which would then lay even more eggs. Eventually, Theo dreamed of owning a poultry farm, making him wealthy. "With the money from selling chickens, I'll buy cows and start a dairy farm," he thought. "Soon, everyone in the village will depend on me for milk." His dreams expanded further. He would become so rich that even the king would buy jewelry from him. The fantasy grows. His imagination didn't stop there. Theo pictured himself marrying a beautiful woman from a wealthy family. Together, they would have a handsome son. However, in his fantasy, if his son turned out to be lazy, Theo resolved to teach him a lesson. At this point, Theo grabbed a stick, acting out his imagined discipline. Unfortunately, in his enthusiasm, he accidentally hit the pot of milk, spilling it all over the floor. Theo stared at the mess, realizing that his precious milk, and his grand dreams, were gone. He cleaned up the spill and sat in silence, reflecting on his disappointment. The next day, his routine remained unchanged. Instead of learning from his mistake, Theo went back to wandering the village, hoping for another act of generosity from someone else. This tale highlights an essential life lesson: unrealistic hopes and daydreams mean little without action. Dreams are valuable, but they must be supported by consistent effort and discipline. Theo's laziness kept him trapped in poverty, illustrating how crucial it is for our actions to align with our aspirations. Hard work is key. Success requires effort. Nothing comes from sitting idle. Discipline leads to accomplishment. Maintaining focus and commitment is vital for achieving goals. Change your habits. Even if laziness is part of your nature, adopting productive habits can transform your life. Actions must match aspirations. Dreams without action are just fantasies. Let's explore some important words from today's story. Aspirations. Meaning, strong hopes or ambitions to achieve something. Example, she has big aspirations to become a doctor. Distribute. Meaning, to give something to others, usually in an organized way. Example, the teacher distributed books to all the students. Bountiful. Meaning, large in quantity or abundance. Example, the farm had a bountiful harvest this year. Imagination. Meaning, the ability to form ideas or pictures in one's mind. Example, children often have vivid imaginations. Poverty. Meaning, the state of being extremely poor. Example, many families struggle to escape poverty. Miserable. Meaning, very unhappy or uncomfortable. Example, the rainy weather made him feel miserable. Accidentally. Meaning, without intending to, by mistake. Example, she accidentally spilled juice on the table. Fantasy. Meaning, an idea or dream that is not real. Example, his fantasy of becoming an astronaut kept him motivated. Persistent. Meaning, continuing to do something despite difficulties. Example, she was persistent in completing the marathon despite the rain. Generosity. Meaning, the quality of being kind and giving. Example, his generosity was evident when he donated food to the homeless. Through Theo's story, we've not only learned an important life lesson but also expanded our English vocabulary. Remember, combining stories with new words is a great way to improve your language skills. Keep practicing and applying these words in your own sentences. If you enjoyed this story and found it helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Join us in the next episode of Wordy Tales, where we'll continue learning English in a fun and engaging way. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.